Hi, my name is Joe Shanahan, and I interviewed Nathan Jr. of Walkabout Construction for this project. The first question I asked him is, "What do you do?" He responded with, "I work with my family's excavation business. We do general excavation, and we are septic specialists." After that, I asked Nathan, "What is important about site excavation?" He said, "Site excavation allows for vital underground utilities such as gas, water, sewer, and electric. It is necessary for the foundation of buildings and structures as well as drainage and septic." After that, I asked Nathan, "How would doing a bad job excavating affect the work that comes after?" He said, "A good example is removing material for a foundation. If not done correctly and neatly, the concrete form crew will have to do extra labor and will have more obstacles during this part of their job." After this, I asked Nathan what kind of equipment he uses for his excavations. He said, "While there are many types of heavy equipment, I use excavators, skid steers for my line of work. Our fleet includes a CAT 304 CCR, 305 E2, 308 E2, Case TV7 3B, as well as 2 trailers, 2 dump trucks, and 2 pickup trucks." I then asked Nathan what kind of jobs he primarily works on. He said, "I primarily work on residential jobs. I occasionally work on new construction jobs, road construction, and commercial jobs." I then asked him, "What steps do you do to ensure that you have done the excavation properly?" He said, "Good engineering and accurate measurements will ensure the job is done correctly. Being able to look a few steps ahead during the job will help as well." Next, I asked him what the hardest part of site excavation was. He said, "There are many challenges along the way: weather, tough material, trucking access, etc. All these will come into play when trying to get an excavation done on time." I asked him what job he is currently working on. He is currently working on a residential septic system in Hanover, Massachusetts. The last question I asked him was, "How do you stay safe while excavating?" He said, "Proper PPE is always important to get the job done safely. Awareness of equipment and terrain on the site is also vital. It is important to make sure your equipment is safe and maintain it to run as smoothly as possible."
My name is Ryan Silva, and I did the large-scale company excavation. I interviewed a man named Sam Peak, who's a construction manager for the company AECOM, and they are currently working on a project in Groton, Connecticut, which is they are building a sub-base to build submarines and ship them out. And he explained that the construction equipment and construction vehicles for excavation include backhoes and excavators to dig out the site. They use trucks and dump trucks to carry out the soil or dirt that has been removed, as well as using levelers to make sure that the new ground that is being dug out is all leveled. The process includes the workers that gathered what materials are needed and begin the excavation process, which in this case was digging out a multiple 12 by 12 foot and 6 foot deep footings. The excavators and backhoes dig the site out, and the dump trucks take the soil away. The levelers are then to level out the newly dug area, and then rebar and concrete are then placed and poured. The cleaning of the site includes the dump trucks and levelers, where levelers are to level out the area that is going to be excavated. And as the excavation process is going on, the dump trucks will take away the soil that has been dug up in order to prevent a backload and buildup of soil to keep the area clean. Safety-wise, it is important to have your PPE on, as during this process there could be lots of danger, as in large machinery that could seriously injure, and the process itself with potentially falling down into a footing or an area that's being excavated is important to be aware and not be static so that you are not harmed. I will now be showing a video of the excavators at work and cleaning up the site with dump trucks and trucks.
My name is Peter Puglisi, and I'm mainly talking about the site excavation process. Excavation is the process of moving earth, rock, or other materials with tools, equipment, and types of explosives if needed at times. It includes earthwork, trenching, wall shafts, and tunneling. Excavation is needed on every single site to make a clean and easy work site, and also needed when putting down footings and other major concrete pours for a construction project. The main steps in excavation are making sure everything's set up and everything is laid out so you know where to go. The excavation is then begun with different machines and equipment. Then after the excavation is done, it is cleaned with levelers and graders. Then excavation can now begin digging trenches and such. The main purpose of excavation is needed for site preparation, grading the land, leveling, and trenching, as well as digging holes. Excavation work is used for putting down foundations, for digging out basements, when digging roads, driveways, and sidewalks, as well as any big construction project that has anything underground. Excavation is Division 31 in the master format. It is classified as earthwork, and it's all soil beneath the topsoil layer of the soil profile. Division 31 has multiple categories, but the main ones in this case are 31-2000, which is earth moving, and 31-2300, which is excavation and fill. I'm now going to show a video of a time lapse of a full site excavation process.